group at Hearts and Crafts. I want to join in with all of the other people who've been presenting from Hearts and Crafts and give you my heartfelt thanks for all the support that you've given us throughout the year. I appreciate the support you've given T, Hearts and Crafts, and my projects that are featured in the Create, Make, and Takes that you have, that you've purchased and done along with me. So this is just kind of our way of saying thank you to you for all that you've done throughout the year. And we're just presenting 12 Crafts of Christmas. I'm going to give you a little background on mine first. I grew up on the border between Texas and Mexico and a town called El Paso, and I currently live in Orlando, Florida. But especially around the holidays, have any of you guys moved away from home and realized that maybe some of the traditions that you had where you lived or grew up may not be traditions that are celebrated wherever you moved to? Well, since moving to Florida, I really miss a tradition we had in El Paso where on Christmas Eve we would put out luminarias. They are just paper bags, decorated paper bags that people would put candles in, and you would be able to see the reflection through the candle, and made for a gorgeous holiday decoration. Particular people would put them out on their house, outside their house on New Year's Eve. So I kind of got to thinking and thought, you know what, I bet I could make my own luminarias using some of my paper crafting items. So I'm going to turn the camera down to our project and show you how I made some luminarias. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a, let me move this up a little bit. Okay, I've got this project just requires a traditional plastic bag. I'm sorry, not plastic bag, brown lunchbox size bag. This is kind of what I've got here. I've just got your standard lunch, sack lunch size bag. And what I'm going to do is I have a Tim Holtz die that is going to cut out a Noel as well as a 25. So I want that cut out of my bag. So what I've done is I've got my brown paper sack, and let me see if I can move this up a little bit higher so you guys can see. Okay, so I've got my my paper sack, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take my plates that I use with my Big Shot, and I'm going to place it inside the paper bag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is whenever I slip that in there, I want to make sure that I am covering up the sides of the bag as well as the back. And the reason I'm doing this is I only want to cut my Noel and 25 out of the front side of my bag. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my bag right there, and my bag's just a little bit bigger than my Big Shot opening. Okay, and then I'm going to place my die on top of that, and then face down, and then I'm going to just put my top plate on. Okay, and then I'm just going to move it through my Big Shot. Okay, and by placing that, the plate inside the bag, then whenever I take it off, I'm just going to go ahead and take off my 25 and my Noel. And when I first did this, I was hoping that my Noel would stay attached, but it does not. And so I started thinking, okay, well, you can't really tell once you take the letters off that it actually spells Noel. It just kind of looks like a cutout kind of blob. So what I did is I went ahead and weeded all of those extra items out so that I just had the Noel. All right, and then what I did is I cut a piece of vellum, okay, and I'm just going to get some of my favorite Nuvo glue. Any of you guys that have been watching me know what a big fan I am of the Nuvo. It's a very, very strong glue, and it seems like it lasts forever. You just need a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and slip this vellum underneath. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Now I've got these little pieces that are kind of hanging. I like to refer to them as hanging chads. I always say because I live in Florida. But luckily there wasn't any chad drama in the latest election. Nice thing about the Nuvo glue too is that it dries clear. So if you can see, I kind of had a little bit that's getting on my vellum, but it does dry clear, so that makes me a lot happier. Okay, now I'm going to take my Noel and I'm going to go ahead and get some glue and just put it on the back. And I don't know how many of you maybe have moved far away from where you grew up, but I find that some of the things that when I lived in El Paso I didn't really like that much, the older I get, the more that I treasure my childhood memories. So. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue the Noel on there. Now if you had pop dots, that would work great too. And it's kind of hard for you to see what it looks like because it really, what happens is you will you'll set your bag up like this, and you'll open it up, and then you'll just take one of the dollar store battery operated tea lights, and you're just going to place it right inside. Okay. So this is kind of what it will look like from the outside, or from the top. But what you will see is you will get a glow. Your tea light will kind of serve to glow and illuminate your cutouts. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this edition of the 12 Crafts of Christmas. And I wish all of you guys a very, very happy holiday season. Until next time, bye-bye.